Hold on, I gotta take care of something. Okay, well, take that jalopy around the corner, put the hazard lights on the corner in front of the fire hydrant. Go take care of your business.
But hold on, let me touch on this. Love, and we talk about almost at every episode.
Right.
We always talk about, look, we're doing this because we love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We love everybody.
Yeah.
We care about you. This is what's missing in America.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I live at, so this is what I'm talking about in America.
Oh, we gotta make America hate again.
If you claim to love people, you show through your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me you love me. Well, I love people, so forth. So, well, how you love people and you don't park in the street? How you love people when you going out and shooting them? How you love people when you going out and robbing them? How you love people when you beating your wife up?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You putting the hands on somebody. How you love people when you bullying kids at school? You know what I mean? This is what we're missing at in America, is that we need to show love. We need to stop talking about I love. No, don't tell me Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Show me to start showing.
Show me. You know, I tell my son all the time, man. People say whatever they want to, and you can't tell if it's truth or fiction. But when they actions speak, it's very simple. That's the gospel.
You know what I mean? So if you combine that with what you're able to do in your own home, if you have love for people, I live next door. I have a twin. So I live next, I don't have one neighbor. Now, I like music, so I play my music loud at times. And sometimes my neighbor does too. I don't have an issue with that. But I know if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I say, you know what? I really like to play my music loud because I'm feeling this song. But you know what? I love my neighbor as a human being, and so because I love him, I respect him. So I'm not going to put my music up too loud. Now I'll still put it up maybe loud enough, which is maybe a little bit louder.
You can enjoy it.
Right, but not so loud where
affecting.
It causes him displeasure.
Exactly, because I care about him and I love him. And this is what we're missing. Is that we need to start showing more. First off, we need to find out what love is, because I think we just missed it.
We already had time on that one.
You know what I mean? And start saying, you know what?
Yeah, we had time on that.
According to whatever faith you are, because whatever faith you choose is still based
on love. Come on, bro. Based on love.
That's what I've done.
Nah, we get caught up on little itty bitty pieces that don't
care about human beings. Care about human beings enough to say, you know what? I would normally do this, but because I know that the Creator doesn't want me to do this,
the Creator,
then I'm not going to do this.
Yes.
It's not just about me.
Yes.
You know what? She made me angry, and I just want to pop her. But you know what? I know that that's not the right thing to do, because I know the Creator doesn't want me to put my hands on it, and I love her. And even if I take the Creator out of it, I love her and care about her so much. I don't want to hurt her. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave the house. So
and if you got spirituality, that's not even gonna come into play. It's a word. It's I use it all the time. I'm gonna get away from that. Now,
I guess
before you move to another one, you're talking about respecting and understanding your neighbor and treating them the way you want to be treated, and doing the path of my self-realization and my enlightenment, or whatever you want to call it, the path of my salvation. I been reading a lot, listening to things, checking out lectures on YouTube, using it for something other than listening to music, and watching stupid fight videos. Just one brother said, I can't stand them. But this brother said that, well, number one, in Christianity, they always say that this is our vessel, and we have to not defile our temple. And I read this one joint where the brother talked about, let me get back on topic. He said to call everybody sir or man, or some kind of salutation of respect, even if it's a child, even if it's a 3-year-old. And I've seen you do it, Brother Obadiah. Young brothers half our age. Good evening, sir. Peace and blessings to you, sir. I've seen you do that. And the brother said that's us. Even though he's a child and he hasn't developed to a man where we give him the respect, that child still has God inside of him. And you addressing him with respect is you respecting and loving the God within him. And that's how we got to treat our neighbors. They might do bad things like play their music loud 2 o'clock in the morning, but when we confront them, it's still addressing the God in them, even though the negativity, I like to call it the ego now. I don't like to call it the devil. But if you feel comfortable calling it the devil, call it the devil. The devil in you. You gave room for the devil to reside in you. Because like any bottle can hold wine, it can also hold urine. Or piss and vinegar. I like that combination. But you want to put vinegar on your salad, not piss.
Yeah.
So you want to fill your vessel and that other vessel with as much aromatics as possible, positive things, than negative. So if I approach you with the N word, how am I feeding you positivity?
Wow, I like that. Like you, we segue.
Especially if you listen to the slave narratives, and this is one of the few rare things I've seen the federal government do. Well, this is why I like big government. They talk about big government. They don't want big government. I like big government because big government fought a war to get me out of slavery. Big government did something that wasn't pragmatic and taking little steps to get stuff done like some candidates do and take little steps. They did a big thing and signed the Civil Rights Act and the Voters Act. So I like big government. So in the 30s, big government said, you know what? These former slaves are dying. We need to record their stories. So they sent writers out to areas to record their stories. And they used the N-word when they talked about their, experiences. But they never used the N-word when they talked about themselves. Because that wasn't speaking to the God in me. And that wasn't speaking to the God in somebody else. I used it to refer to what the slave owner or the overseer said, but I didn't use it to refer my brother or sister. Exactly.
No.
Yeah. I'm not going to put sprinkles on a turd and tell you it's chocolate.
Now listen, this is what we're going to do.
Let's get
back to you.
Get you.
Because we done got off our
we went in the full circle, came back.
That's why you know our brothers when we get to talking, man.
But our order got lost and we kind of got off topic. That's a piece.
Okay, let's get back.
We came back to it. We're going to go back to you, Brother O.
Yes, sir.
Brother Curry. Then we're going to hit that next sound.
Okay.
So, what else do you have to expand on when
All
it
right.
comes to that word?
Well, when it comes to the word nigger, let's put it out there. Or as we say in our community, nigga.
Well, it's got switch.
You really touched on something, and it's about the negative word. And if you fuel your mind with negativity, how are you going to get positivity come out of it? And I like that you touched on that because that's what it is. That's another argument. Say, well, because the young brothers say, oh, I use that as my man, it's a term of endearment and so forth.
I can't say being called over here.
I embrace it, but anyway, it's actually a term of respect.
Well, now I do because I am an old head.
Right.
Let me get it.
You know, but young brothers say, that's a term of endearment and so forth. So, and as you stated earlier, we are known to take something negative and make it a positive, and I do like that about us. But as you say, if we keep, what we're supposed to do, you hit on this also about yourself, is that each and every day we should look to be better than the day before. If we're continuing to use negative words, if we're continuing to hang around negative people, have a negative environment, how are we ever going to progress and be better? So that's the argument. But if nothing else, if you say, well, why should I stop using it? One, because of the history, and two, because you're not going to advance beyond this.
Let's add three. You might learn some more vocabulary words.
Right. And even if you may progress beyond it, what about the man next to you that you keep saying this word to? You know, if I care about you, Asai, I care about you, Kurt, I may be able to use the word nigga all the time. I said, you know what?
Sound quite natural just then.
I want to inspire these brothers to be better.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hold back on that.
Yeah. And that's why I stopped, brother.
You know what I mean?
That is why I stopped.
We need to inspire each other, but it's still the basis on love. This is what we're missing. And you hit on something about the spirituality. Love, spirituality, and morality are why we are in the predicament that we are in right now.
Absolutely. And the lack of education.
You know? And nobody really seems like they give a darn to care about progressing to being better and that level. And that's the thing that really gets my gander. Is that we're okay with being okay.
Complacent.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's good enough.
That's because growth is uncomfortable. For me to grow, I gotta change.
But it should be comfortable.
No, it's not. It has to be uncomfortable. Because when we hit the gym, we only know we're growing by that little soreness we feel the day after.
But hold on. Biologically, we're not how we were when we were 1 or 3 or 5. Whether you choose to believe in
Right.
God or not, biologically, you grow. You keep going. You keep progressing.
And my
in
knees hurt
life.
when I was growing.
So mentally,
Yeah.
well, no,
I got a question.
no, as a child, you're going to go from an infant.
Right. You talking about physically growing?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're growing physically, why aren't you growing
Got you. No
socially,
doubt. No doubt.
mentally, and spiritually, and financially?
Now I got a question. I got a question real quick.
Go.
Check this. We're talking about the word nigga.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the origin of it. We're talking about the effects of it, right? We're talking about our opinions on it. Now, that was given to us by the Europeans. Okay? What I spoke about earlier, everybody's last names specify who they are and their culture. You know what I mean? When you hear a Maldonado, you know it's Spanish, right? So, the Europeans gave Spanish people a negative type of connotation as well.
Yeah.
Spicks.
Yes. Yes.
The Europeans gave.
Everyone has one.
Europeans gave the Irish
Mix.
Yeah. The Europeans gave
There's a trend here.
Italians.
There's a trend here.
Okay, you get where I'm coming from, right?
Right.
However, you never hear an Italian guy come to his friend and say, "What's up, Wop? What's up, Guinea? That's my Wop. That's my Guinea." You never hear an Irish guy say, "Yo, that's my Mick." It's only Black Americans, only us, that fault or falter to adhering to whatever the Europeans give us. There's nobody else on the planet that does this.
Or disrespect your women with a word.
You have the Orientals, quote unquote, what they call Asians now. You know what I mean? They call them chinks. You never hear them call each other, "What's up, chink? That's my chink." No. Why is it that it's just us?
Well, I play the other side like you play the other side because we're that type. We got so much swag with us that we always take a negative and make it a positive because that's how we are.
We're not making it positive. I'm sorry. I mean, that's my.
If I say it's a term of endearment,
right? But my opinion, I'm saying, you can say that all you want. I said it. I used to say it all the time, and I used to defend it by saying that's a term of endearment. You know what I mean? However, it's not. In all reality, it is not positive. When we look at the essence of that word and the surroundings of that word, there's nothing fucking positive. And there's no way you can flip it.
We convinced ourselves that it is.
Yeah, that's it. And that's out of ignorance. That's retarded. And that's because, let me tell you something. One more thing, too. Touch on this. Nas. We're listening to it, right? Before and after. The word
Love you, Nas.
Yes. Love right? Brother is all that. He's one of the best ever, right? Now, and he did it for a reason, a purpose, no doubt. Now, check this out, right? Those motherfuckers stopped him from putting that label on the album. They said it was too controversial. However, these record companies have been making billions of dollars off of every rapper saying the word in their raps and labeling the songs. You know what I mean? Right. Nigga is in the labels. Niggas is in the songs by far.
But they ain't want it on the album.
You understand?
Because that'll draw attention to that track.
And it's already drawing attention because they say it all the time.
Right.
That's one of the reasons
they didn't want to draw a direct attention to that track. I got what you're saying. It's all over the place, so why can't I put it on the cover?
Yeah. And they're making money. These guys are making money over this. However, you want to stop it now because it's going to be the actual title? First of all, that's another rule of slavery. That's telling you right now, we're not going to do this. I said, the slave owner said, I'm your daddy. We're not going to do this.
And you better listen, Toby.
That's right, no doubt.
Sorry, Nas.
You feel me? Yeah, and no disrespect to that man. That brother's great. You know what I'm saying? Very conscious too. But you feel me? This is the origin of that word.
It was a way to refresh the consciousness. That's what I was saying. Because if you put the word, the title of that song on the cover, so now that's the title track. That's the most important song on the record. So now you want to put that in the community. So now the young brothers and sisters like, well, let's see what Nas is talking about on the N-word. And they're going to listen to it. But they don't want to promote that. They want to promote the beat and the superficialities of hip-hop. They want to bastardize it, but they've been doing, and I love NWA, But when they came out, they saw market and gangster rap. So, you mean we can have rap music without profound content? We can fluff this up and flood the market, which is pretty much what they did with heroin, and that's why they was able to give it away for free in the hood to get the hood hooked. With what they did with
guns too.
if I could, I want to go back to what Brother Obadiah said about the physical growth and the spiritual growth. Why do we grow physically but not grow spiritually, mentally, and socially?
Absolutely.
Do you have a choice not to grow? Like, I like fitting these clothes.
Yes.
My mom just got these drawers. I don't want to grow them. I'm going to stay this size so I can fit these clothes.
Well, you do have a choice.
Yeah, I agree.
How do you choose not to grow?
The choice is coming from parenting. Because
you can pick your parents and small parents so you don't grow.
No, not only that.
I'm talking physical.
And I am too. We talking about diets.
Okay.
We talking about nutrition.
Okay. That
we talking about fitness.
You
know what I mean? You see so many of our children that are obese, and guess what you see too? Most of the time, the fucking mother is obese and don't give a fuck. I was in the store the other day and I was disgusted because there's a whole EBT card. And she's got 3 kids, and they're grabbing fucking Cheetos and what's the shit called? Crimpets and all this shit. I'm steaming, and she's just like, okay,
wait a minute,
and she's, you know what I mean? And I'm fucking
tax dollars paying for it on the access card.
I'm like, yo, you're killing your kids. What the fuck is wrong with you? You understand?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well,
so we
I got you. That's for more efficient growth, to grow to be the best you can be.
She doesn't know.
I'm just saying.
And this is where love proliferates. This is what we should be doing. Is that if I see something going on with you, Kurt or Asad, and I know that that's not in your best interest, I'm not doing this out of ego to say something to you. I'm doing it because I care about you. Say, yo, Asad, I like to eat cheesesteak or junk food myself, but I've been with you 5 days, and every time I see you, you've been eating cheesesteaks, and you've been putting on a little bit of weight. Is everything okay? Now, I'm not saying this to break you down, brother, but I care about you because I want you to live a long life.
I want to experience your presence for as long as
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm dating you, or you're dating me, I would hope someone would say the same to me. But this is what we're missing. We talk about the young lady. She doesn't know.
Oh, no,
whoever's dating her, who's ever dating her, who's ever around her, family members, friends, doesn't care about her enough to say, okay, well, I can care less if you want to kill yourself. You know, I got an insurance policy on you, so I'll probably benefit anyway.
Yeah. I was going through a situation with
you be married.
Yeah. You know, but I'm just talking about family. I feel you. You know, we gotta start caring about people. As I say, I'm hard on this. We gotta get out of this narcissistic mentality where everything's about me, and if we care about ourselves, we should just care about as much as other people. All our family members, all our friends, all our neighbors. If we flood America with love, less crime, less incarceration, less sexual abuse, less drug addiction. Every social ill that you can think of will be remarkably decreased.
Yeah.
I love you, love you're on drugs. Okay, we stick you in rehab. Oh, it's hard for me. Okay, fine, I got the money. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for it.
I remember a sister that I hate to even say it. I'm kind of embarrassed. However, I'm gonna say it just because you touched on it. Then we're gonna go to you, brother, just real fast. A sister that I dealt with years ago. I'm talking about this in the '80s, right? And she had a job. She had a corporate job, so she was doing well. You know, we were young. And this is down in North Philly, man. And
my part of town.
Yeah, and it was bananas because, you know, you really didn't see it often.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And especially as young as we were. And she was going, you know, she was getting it on. And one evening, you know, we was in my car on her block. She's sitting on the passenger side. And it was an older sister that came to her window, to her side, banged up, you know, knocked on the window. And I'm looking like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? I'm kind of insulted by that. What the fuck you want? I don't even know you know what I mean? And she said, oh, that's my mom's. So I said, oh, okay. So I put the window down. Brothers, the mother was scoring crack from her daughter. So she said, baby, I got a couple of, I got a little bit of change, whatever. I just need 3, what I mean? And the sister reached in her fucking bag and gave her the fucking rocks. And I said, she left. I said, whoa. Whoa.
I know I just didn't see, but I thought I saw.
But that's
What
like
the fuck
Sugar
did
Hill.
you just do? Yes.
She did
yes.
Sugar Hill movie.
Yes. Before Sugar Hill.
Mm.
I said, what the fuck did you just do? Did you just not tell me that was your mother? She said, yeah. I'd rather her get it from me than be sucking dicks of all the brothers on the block.
I knew what she was gonna do with that. Yeah.
This goes to love, what you were speaking of. And I said, let me tell you something, shorty. Never again on my watch will you ever do that. If you love your moms, you should be trying to get her
Get her some help. Get her some help.
You don't just continue to enable.
Mm-hmm.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is disgusting. However, just piggybacking off what you were saying about love. Go ahead, brother.
I'm going back to pain and growth, because I'm going through a situation now with a dear loved one where I couldn't talk to him, be around him, and I wrote a letter and I said, look, in order for us to talk, we gotta do it with mediator, because this ain't gonna go forward.
But that's love.
Yeah. But
that's love.
That's love. But it was also some pain involved in that growth. And that's where I was going. Because although physically we grow and we don't have a choice if we grow or not, but we do have a choice if we grow strong. Because you can grow weak.
Absolutely.
And I grew weak during my 30s. I got real narcissistic, and I was doing some things, brother. And and that story is meant to be sold, not told. So I'm gonna write that before I tell it. But we sometimes we grow weak, and sometimes we grow strong. But when you grow weak, that's comfortable. I mean, it's nothing. It's easy because you're feeding. You're not feeding the God, but when you feed the God, and you try to break that cycle, that's when pain comes in, because the enemy will tell you that it's good.
Absolutely.
The enemy will say, eat the fruit. And the enemy ain't always outside.
Which is why we have family. The way it's been indoctrinated. Like family just just happenstance to come along. No, because there's supposed to be a support system. When I'm not going to use when I grow weak, you're supposed to build me up. You're supposed to say, oh,
right.
Hold on a second. When you grow weak, I'm supposed to build you up.
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes we pick our family better than our genes do.
Oh, absolutely.
And I was going to share this one African proverb: when you can defeat the enemy within, no enemy without can stand before you.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
That's difficult for
Yeah,
no doubt. Absolutely.
But your family, when I'm speaking about your family, I don't necessarily mean biological. I'm talking about your friends.
Yeah, your community.
If you hang around, look, I heard someone say something once. I got a friend who actually told me this. He said he saw somewhere someone said, if you're the smartest people of your friends, you can find new friends. Something to that effect. But that's the thing. Who are you hanging around? We're making some piss poor decisions, as my mom used to say.
Nobody hang around. Nobody want to be the smartest.
If you don't have that, there's no uplifting.
You gotta hang around somebody positive. If you hang around a bunch of negative people, somebody in either a family member or friend, somebody, if it's not enough, then your consciousness gotta say, you know what?
If you don't want to be a nigga, don't hang with niggas.
It depends on who
hang with people that call themselves something different.
No doubt. No doubt. It really depends on who you are. And it really, it stems from the mentality.
Yeah.
And which is also intertwined with the spirituality.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, bottom line, you feel me?
Which is what we're lacking.
No doubt. No doubt. We always talk about that.
But we in the spiritual gym, us brothers right here. Because we trying to grow. We trying to be better than that dude we were a couple years ago.
And we want you to be better. That's the thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's what we do.
Absolutely.
It's like you on a team. And I'm going to use AI as an example. If I'm good, then that's perfect. You know, I ain't got to show up to practice. But the thing is, I don't want to be the only one good on the team.
That's right.
So I'm going to show up to practice so we can all get better.
Lead by example.
Yeah.
And then feel like,
And I'm going to push my teammates. Yeah.
You know, that's a lot too that has to do with
What'd you
problems
say? What'd you say?
involved. Yeah.
Like, you mean like a shared vision?
Absolutely.
Because I worked with a brother like that, and it was like his vision.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you can't incorporate your team's vision,
then
they're not going to stay on the team. They're going to take their ball and go home.
Nobody grows. It's all about me.
Mhm.
So, and exactly, and that is what you said.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
About the factors that come, and you know, when people feel excluded,
Yeah.
forget about it. There can be no positivity coming with that.
Well, you know what? That's what the country right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's been one class that's excluding other classes, and they realize that the population demographic is going to change. So now they want their country back, and they want to make America great again. But you know what? That's probably a whole different segment. But I feel where you're going, because you hear these cats talking about Christian values.
They're too selfish.
But then they exclude people. We don't want Muslims in this country. We want to build a wall. Well, how you Christian values if you're not including?
Yeah, Christian values is the ones who started slavery.
Yeah. But here's the problem.
You know what I'm saying?
They're using the religion and not the spirit of Christ, the essence of Christ.
Well, there's a difference in religion and spirituality.
Exactly.
They manipulated the way they want.
Exactly. But it doesn't.
It doesn't love because they love. Which is why if you notice
the true love.
No.
Of money.
And self.
Yeah. Because they dehumanized them, because that was the only way they could do it in good conscience.
Yeah.
To say, you know what, they're not people, they're animals.
Yeah.
They're 3/5 of a human being. Exactly. Because they know the spiritual said, no, you can't subjugate humans. Right. That's not what I taught you. That's not what I told you to do.
And be wary of any man.
Well, if you're a nigger, then you're not a human.
Be wary of any man or any Supreme Court justice that want to interpret the Constitution in its original form.
Absolutely. Love.
And that's aligned with the Christianity, European Christianity.
Yeah, because they want to interpret the Bible in its original form. Do you think a fish can swallow a man, and a man can live in a fish, which is mostly water, in the ocean that is all water for 3 days and not drown?
Right.
That story is the allegory. What that story is supposed to tell you is that this man got consumed by something. And he couldn't grow anymore because he was consumed. He was preoccupied. And the only way for him to continue to grow was he had to give up what's consuming him, or what he was consuming had to give him up. So either you quit the drug or you get locked up and can't do the drug.
Subliminal.
I'm sorry.
Pay attention.
That was an allegory.
Teach a moment right there. I like that.
Just so they can pay attention.
Yeah.
Follow. You know what I mean?
Somebody back there.
I mean, and this is Jonah.
That's what I'm saying.
And this is Jonah. And we talked on this. Yeah. Like, we start hating. He was supposed to go to Nineveh. Jonah ain't like them people. I ain't going to Nineveh. I'm going to go here. So his ego consumed him because he thought he knew better than God. So he went to Tarshish.
The ego.
Mm-hmm.
That's always said.
No, we don't have to talk about that.
That might be a whole
other
thing.
We need to talk about that.
Because that keeps coming up in this.
Say, if you're close to 50, I don't give a fuck if you're in your 40s, and you got an ego, you're fucking retarded. Now, because you have to be more conscious and be more of a humanitarian.
So you can have a positive ego and you can have a negative ego. But when people concern ego, we automatically think that
ego's for self-destruct.
Yeah.
Because you're putting yourself above the rest.
Yeah.
You're not, as we were saying earlier, you're not involved.
Right. You're not communal.
I mean? Yeah. You're really
secular. You insular.
How about taking 20 selfies?
You feel me?
Is that ego?
And how you say narcissistic goes along with that too.
Absolutely.
Listen, let's go to the next one. Anybody else got anything to say about that?
Man, we can talk about it.
We can come back to
it. We get the gist of it.
Yeah, we can come back to that.